Bloody runners. Why can't they use the running path? Oh, was that my seat post? Good morning, and this morning you join us on our annual ride to Cambridge to support Jimmy on his half marathon event that he's taking part in again. But firstly, I need to give you an apology because my chain sounds like a bag of nails at the moment. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to clean it after yesterday's Cambridgeshire Classic ride around Huntingdon. More on that in a second. So today, the chain is a little bit noisy. So I apologise if that makes quite the racket throughout the video. So it's currently -2 degrees this morning, although this is nothing compared to last week's kind of 0, -1 degree ride, because thankfully there's no freezing fog this weekend. There is still very much a winter scene about the place though, so despite the cold, we're not getting covered in a light mist of water as we ride along. Talking of getting covered in water, yesterday was the Cambridge Classic 60-mile route that I was doing with my son. However, the weather conditions were probably what you would call inclement. I was hoping to get a video of it done because it was the first big ride I was doing with my son. It was his first big ride and I wanted to document it. It all started off pretty well.
Good morning and welcome to Freezing Ride this morning in Cambridgeshire. And today we're going to be riding the Cambridgeshire Classic. And it's going to be a good one.
But it very soon descended into an absolute rain fest. Freezing rain, wind and sub-zero temperatures do not mix, especially when you're an 11-year-old boy with absolutely no meat on you. He's as skinny as a rake, and so 12 miles in, bless him, his lips started turning blue. I saw him shivering on the bike, and so we had to stop. We tried to divert onto the short route. We had planned to do the medium one, so we tried to divert off to do the short, but even that became too much. So we doubled back at 12 miles. We had a bit of an adventure ride to get back because it wasn't the direct route that we'd taken there, but we eventually managed to get back. And he managed to do 25 miles, which, given the conditions, was actually commendable. Genuinely really proud of him. But yes, no more late winter, early spring rides for him, for now anyway, and not while the weather forecast shows rain. So we're just over halfway in now, 15 miles down, an hour in, and we're still feeling fresh, right? How are you feeling?
I'm looking forward to this, mate. This has become a lovely pre-race part of the trip. Nice little warm-up to keep the legs spinning over. Before you know it, we're at Midsummer Common, stretching off and getting ready to race. Love it.
Are you looking for a PB today?
I don't think so, but I do always say that, I don't think so. There's a vibe. You get on the race line and sometimes the legs just want to go. They're feeling a bit twitchy at the minute. They're ready to go. But I don't think it's PB, so PB material today. 1:45 be happy with. See what the legs do.
The first year he came up here, he said he wasn't going to get a PB, and then he did. 30 miles up, a 13-mile half marathon, got a PB, and then rode 30 miles home again. Absolute monster. I've just remembered the last time we came up here through this park and Jimmy had his 23mm Schwalbe Luganos, whatever they were called. They're skinny 23mm tyres, and he decided to try and ride on the grass. Yeah, that didn't work out well for him. This is where we say goodbye. Best of luck, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
All the best. Enjoy it.
How are the legs feeling? I feel alright. Today I might just plod, see how I feel. Headphones on, but this part helps. The bike up. We must all do it once, even if we just potter around with.
Oh, I was about to say, must we all do it? But Tom is up for it.
See, I'm getting I'll give it a go. You'd love it. Honestly, we just gone down this lovely.
I'll tell you what, these four can do it. I'll be waiting for them at the end with a nice cup of tea. All right, take it easy. See you soon. Right, let's find somewhere to eat. Well, that's Jimmy dispatched. That means it's time for breakfast. So that's breakfast done, and we've now got to make our way out back through central Cambridge. I'm not entirely sure how easy that's going to be with all these road closures and people wandering around as they try and get to and from the start of the marathon. I'm sure we'll make it work though. Well, that was a bit fraught getting through there. Bloody runners. Why can't they use the running path? Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen. And I'm going to have to fix it. I don't know whether you heard that on camera, but there was suddenly a very large cracking sound from my seat post, and I thought it had actually broken, but thankfully it was just the saddle tilting back. I could feel it wobbling slightly backwards and forwards as I was riding up here, but stupidly I decided to do nothing about it, so I should have guessed it would go at some point. No injury though, thankfully, and then hopefully I shouldn't fall off on the way home. Oh, it's just cracked again. Let's see if I can actually get home on this thing. So we're now out of central Cambridge, back on the cycle paths, and currently on the very nice Rainbow Road, which runs alongside the railway track, takes us right out of Cambridge. Nice and level and flat through the countryside of Cambridge. What more could you ask? Well, apart from like 15-20 degrees warmer. That said, the temperature has risen somewhat since this morning. It's now 4 degrees. Feels much warmer. So we're just coming into Littlebury now, which is the bottom of my favourite descent. But Tom has decided, what did you want to do, Tom?
Bit of a dirty climb.
Tom wants a dirty climb. This is going to be one hell of a climb, let me tell you.
This is going to be dirty.
It really is. I've never actually been up here. I've come down it a few times.
You've got to make hay while the sun's shining.
So this is a really decent descent. However, it is going to be a proper filthy climb because it must be about a mile long, this, right?
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
about a mile long. I normally get up to about 35-40 mile an hour down here. I think I'll be lucky to get 10 mile an hour going up. Let's see how this goes. I've just been informed that Tom, having decided to go up this hill, has now just taken some kind of caffeine energy gel. Well, I think we're all being sabotaged here. What's this all about? That's cheating. First time he's tried one, so it's either going to get him straight up the hill or he's going to stop halfway up and want to run into a field and drop his bib shorts. It'll be interesting to see either way. Right, let's do it. Well, that was a nice little 8% grade to start us off, but now the real climb starts. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not exactly Great Dun Fell, but it's a decent climb. And I have to say that in all the times that I've come down this hill, I've never seen anyone cycling up it. I think there's a reason for that. Oh boy, although that actually wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Still a bit of a burner, and I had to take the gloves off because it did get very, very warm. Woo! Yeah, that was good. I think that might become a regular feature on the ride now, and at least now we get a very nice descent down into Strethal. Oh, we're now back on much more familiar territory, down through Saffron Walden and back home. We're probably about 8 or 9 miles from home now, so that will be a good 55 miles by the time we get back. Right, we're back off the main roads, onto the quiet country back lanes. And now that we are away from the traffic, I can really hear my chain now. It does not sound well. To be fair, I think it's well overdue a clean and re-wax. I reckon that'll be my next job when I get home. Even the sun's trying to come out now. The weather has improved dramatically since this morning. My Garmin is currently showing that it's 8 degrees. So there's been a 10-degree shift in the temperature since this morning. Crazy. Good riding with you, gents.
Yeah.
That was lovely, enjoyed that. See you later. Well, another lovely 55 miles done. I always really enjoy that route up to Cambridge because it is generally nice and quiet because we tend to leave really early in the morning, and then we took a nice scenic route back as well. So very, very enjoyable and a good ride out with the lads too. But having just looked at the time, I've just realised that Jimmy will have finished his half marathon by now, so he can do a half marathon quicker than we can ride 30 miles back from Cambridge. But just going back to the temperature rise again, I guess it does show that we are definitely at the start of spring now and getting back into those transitional days where the temperature can go from sub-zero to quite a nice pleasant temperature. Yeah, it's going to be layers season soon, easily removable layers soon. Okay, well, seeing as I didn't clean my bike yesterday after the Cambridge Classic ride, and considering that my chain is absolutely screaming at me for a little bit of lubrication, I think it's time to clean her down and do a bit of maintenance. So I'm going to go and do that. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, and as ever, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.